If you are new to baseball, you also have to learn what a balk is. B-A-L-K. I have a pitcher son and I never played baseball or softball, so this was another one. I was like, what are they talking about? Basically what a balk is, it's just an illegal move that the pitcher does that they're not allowed to do. Usually in Little League, if they're younger, the kids are going to get a warning first. But if the pitcher balks, it actually advances the runners. So the umpire will call a balk and then all the runners can advance on base. Now there is also a catcher's balk. I actually don't understand it very well and it's not something that happens very often and you don't have to worry about it, especially in Little League. So the most common balk is basically when a pitcher comes set, that's when they're going to have their glove, their ball, and their hands are together. Once they are come set, right? They're sideways, they're getting ready to pitch, their hands are together. That's called come set. Once they are in that set position, they have to make a motion to either pitch to home plate or they can pick off at one of the bases. If that front foot they lift and they turn towards first to pick off, they have to throw the ball to pick off. Same thing with third base, whether they're a righty or a lefty pitcher. If you make the motion to go pick off third base, you have to throw that ball to third base. Now, second base, that's a little bit different. You can do the whole pickoff motion where they spin around to second base and like step forward like they're going to throw the ball to second base, but they don't actually have to throw it. First and third base, they have to throw it. A lot of the illegal moves that the kids do is they'll come set and, you know, maybe they accidentally like open their gloves back up and close their hands again. That's illegal. That's a balk. Sometimes they'll do like a weird hip motion. You can't do that. Once you are come set, you have to stand like in your normal pitching position and then you raise the leg and you wind up and you throw. So if they do any kind of motion once they are set, that's not part of the actual pitching motion, that's considered a balk. So there's a lot of different things that can qualify as a balk. You're gonna find that some umpires are gonna be a little more meticulous about this than others. You just need to make sure that your pitcher kid knows the proper motion and how they go through it. Sometimes they're gonna feel like they need to like shrug their shoulders and put them back or something. The pitcher is allowed to step off the rubber. Anytime before or once they're in that set position, if they feel that they're gonna balk and they need to make a motion just because their body feels like it needs to do it, they can just step off the rubber, step back off the rubber, kind of gather yourself and get back into the come set position and proceed with the pitching. You'll notice this isn't going to start right away when the kids are first pitching. If they're doing something that's really bad and not a good habit to get into, sometimes the umpire will correct them. They're a lot more forgiving about this when the kids are younger, but as they get older, they're not really going to get those warnings anymore. And if they make a balk, runners get to advance. So yeah, a balk. It's an illegal move made by a pitcher where they're not actually pitching to the batter and they're not trying to pick somebody off a base, and so they get a balk. Make sure your pitcher is getting the proper training. Make sure they know the proper motions so they don't get called with a balk.